People would come to me and be like, why have you been with your partner for so long? Why are you so happy together? Why do you love each other so deeply? And I'm like, oh, it's a great question. I haven't thought about that. So then I realized I wanted to be a relationship coach and healer from there. And I think I got deeper on my niche when I met you, because you really, really helped me. So Sophia was the first coach out of 6-7 coaches that I actually got an income from. All my other coaches, like I did mindset and healing with them, but I didn't get an income because
I'm curious, what was the difference?
Yeah, well, I felt...
because that's a lot of coaches to go through.
It is a lot of coaches. I feel like you actually accepted me for who I was, and you met me where I was at, and your energy, and you coach so well and directly when I needed it, and feminine when I needed it. But yeah, I trust you, and you were always about just be yourself, Liz, just be yourself. That's all you need to be. Just be you, share your story. And when I heard you keep sharing that, I'm like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah, you don't need to be different or perfect or at a certain place to succeed or help people or create your dream life.
Yeah, I don't have to be like the other coaches. I can just be myself. So
is that the main thing that like the other coaches, obviously without naming names, were trying to make you be something you're not, or do something that didn't align?
I felt like it was all on me. Like I wasn't ready for those next steps.
Right.
And to be ready, I needed to be with someone that I fully trusted.
Could meet you with where you're at, like you're saying.
Me,
right.
And you did all of those things. So,
Well, that's... I would love for you to speak about like what comes up for you in terms of the 3 biggest learnings that would be helpful for anyone in the earlier stages that's not quite at 15K per month yet.
Yeah.
Because I know in the earlier stages, it's so easy to get in your head about what you're missing, how you're not ready, how you're not good enough, and, what needs to shift.
Yeah.
So on your journey, what would you say are the 3 biggest learnings that would support people?
Yeah, it was definitely the learnings that I got is my mindset, because I needed to shift my mindset. I needed to believe in myself. I needed to, even if I had doubt that day or slight fear in like a sales call or taking action, I needed to get over myself and be like, Liz, just fucking do it. Like this is your business. I needed to separate my business from my personal life and just get it done. So your mindset's important. You need to believe in yourself consistently each day.
Believe in yourself, believe in your offer. Everything.
Everything. And then also change. You need to be open to change and flexibility. So like if you get lots of no's, be okay with that. If you get lots of yeses, be okay with that. If you get maybes, be okay with that. It's not about you. That was the biggest thing I learned. To be okay with change and trying new strategies if you need to after 3 to 6 months or however long it is, if that's not working.
Tweak, build, test, iterate.
Yeah, it's exactly right. And then I guess also having support, you know what I mean? Having a coach, so then you can celebrate and cry along the way and have those breakdowns and breakthroughs, because you need good energy to like good sleep, good energy on calls, good energy for your business each day. So, and you need to be yourself. That was the biggest learning.
Yes.
It's all about the journey. That's what I learned, because it took me like probably 2.5 years before I actually started to get consistent paid months. My word of mouth was out there. I got tons of re-signs since working with Soph, and like it's all about the foundations. Like my partner Dan says, start at 0. Always start at ground 0. Start at 0. Don't start at level 10. Start at fucking ground 0, because that's where the foundations are. That's where the roots are growing. You need to put the fertilizer in there. You need to water that plant every day. Be consistent with it. It's like when you do an investment, it might take 20 years or more for that seed to grow into a tree. So that's how I look at it now. It's like it's okay to... it's more sustainable looking back on it. Like I can see the little steps.
How it's slowly gone up.
Yeah.
Like as you grow on scale, you're going to be, opening the doors to more of the not so fun things to happen as well. It's just a part of growth and scaling. You can't have one without the other. So
exactly.
Speaking on that, I would love to hear, on your journey towards $15,000 months, what were some of the bigger challenges that you needed to navigate? We've spoken about all the positives and the great things, but what's been the flip side on your way to that?
Yeah, I think the flip side was definitely my mindset. I held on to a lot of trauma and like self-deprecating thoughts and like, again, self-doubt and fears. And I had to literally, like I said earlier, work through that, process that, go through a forgiveness process and just keep moving through it. And even though I was scared and fearful through those breakdowns, I had big breakthroughs and I had to get uncomfortable. Like I had to feel it, heal it. And then I felt from there, I was able to, I don't know, I then just started attracting in more clients. It's weird.
So mindset was one of the bigger challenges you had to go through?
Mindset was the biggest one for me. Yeah.
Were there any other things? I know there were some money blocks at times.
Lots of money blocks came up.
Around charging your worth, for lack of a better word, or sales.
Charging my worth, and sales was a big thing for me. I shifted my beliefs to like, you know, sales is serving, money brings more opportunities. Like I can utilize money for good. It's okay for me to receive money. It's okay for me to give money. And I just, through those breakdowns and trying new things, I realized that I can do it. And then I just started doing it. Yeah. So those were the main challenges, were the money blocks and the mindset. And what else was there?
Were there any challenges around business strategy or behind the scenes stuff like systems or team? I know you've had some things around team, boundaries
was a big one. I needed to set boundaries because I allowed like other people to sort of influence my decisions instead of trusting and believing in my decisions. There's support out there, like coaches that can support you with your mindset, your strategy and your energy. So you're never alone. I think community is really, really important, and having a coach. And also, I might have said this earlier, it's all about the journey, not the destination. So you need to be in it for the long term. So the way I look at it is, what is my purpose? And I need to make it bigger than me because I value community and family and love and connection. So it's all about, I always look at my vision and affirmations, and then that motivates me. But I guess when I first started out, I needed to know why I'm in business, and it needed to be bigger than me. So you're not alone. It's all about the journey, not the destination. And then my final bit of advice is you've got to be consistent. You can't just give up so easily. You got to be consistent, even if it's hard, or even quote not working. Even if it's not working, or
our brain loves to catastrophize things. So often when people say it's not working or nothing's working, it's very rarely true. Like usually there's something working, and our brain just goes straight to like worst case scenario, like no one's going to sign up, nothing's working, I'm getting 0 results. It's like, are you really getting 0 results then?
For those of you that are in full-time 9 to 5 and want to escape it, like there's a way to do it. Like I was still nursing in the COVID-19 clinic back in the day, right? And I started off with 5 days a week, down to 4 days a week, down to 3 days a week, down to 2 days a week, down to 1 day a week, like over a period of time. And over that 4 years. And then they said, the job's now redundant because we don't need to do swabbing anymore. And I enjoyed that because I was coaching people anyway, and they were a lot calmer, but I was like, thank you for the opportunity. I've really enjoyed working for you and your company, and I'm going to now do my business. And I was honest about it, and then I started full-time business. So you can sort of ease your way into it. Or there's always a way. You can always find a way. You've got to be resourceful and know that it's okay if you still do part-time work. Whilst you've just got to be willing to go through that period as well. Like, of course, when you're working 5 days a week, it's going to be harder than when you're working 1 day a week. But in order to get to the 1 day a week, you have to be willing to have that period of time where you're doing both at once, and it is going to feel messy and overwhelming and uncomfortable. For sure. But for a short period of time, and if you're consistent with that, it will turn around. Yeah, it will. I was even listening to podcasts and journaling and writing content while I was on my lunch breaks, and like that's how passionate I am, motivated. I'd map out plans, and I'd go to lunch by myself and do breath work and meditation out in the garden, or I'd sit in the resus room like listening to podcasts and meditating, and people would walk in and be like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, like we're on our lunch break now, we've closed the office area for an hour because I was one of the leaders in there, so now I'm just going to relax. And they're like, that's really cool that you're doing that, how do you do it? So it's like, and why are you sitting by yourself? It's like, because I'd rather read an epic book on business or personal development then gossip or have a conversation about things.
Or scroll on your phone.
Yeah, or scroll,
Yeah.
So there's always a way. I even studied at work to finish all my courses.
Did the same thing. Yeah. Every lunch break, even like sometimes when I went to the bathroom, just like if you can reply to a message in that time, like go for it. There's